Well, hello, my friends and followers of Fitness at Large. I've got a feel good chair workout for you today. It is something that I have been passionate about for many decades. I call it pumping disc. Pumping disc. The disc pillows in between each vertebral unit, their joints, the vertebrae have the disc pillows, the little cushions in between them. They get compressed with age and with inactivity and many other things in life. We want to keep them hydrated and plumped up with circulation, joint fluids, and movement can make it happen. So theoretically, you can get taller when you pump the discs because then those disc pillows, they rise up and get a little bit more space in between each vertebrae, causing you to feel a whole lot better. So the first movement is going to be sitting to the front edge of your chair, feet nice and wide apart, hands on the thighs. And I want you to think about just rounding your back, like you want to stretch out the mid portion of your back, okay? And now you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and slide your hands back to the hip joint and squeeze it back. Nice, good squeeze. And then forward and back. Now, as I'm doing this, I kind of want to tilt the pelvis as though the pelvis is a bucket of water and I'm dumping the water to the front and to the back with each pump. Okay, 5 of these. Let's say that's 5. Nice and slow. And now quick pumps for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and done already. So arms to the sides. I'm gonna reach down like I want to touch down to the bottom. And I want to touch down to the bottom. And my head and neck are going to go with me too. So it's called lateral flexion to the spine, where I'm just reaching side to side. It's a nice side bending movement for the spine. And at the same time, I want to feel like I'm bringing my hip up to meet the rib. And when I do that, it adds a whole lot more to it. Okay, so now you've got the arm movement. Let's add the hip. So it's almost like hip walking. You've ever done that on a mat? So I'm going to hike the hip up as I bring the rib down. I'm shortening the distance between the rib cage and the hip here. And in essence, on the opposite side, I'm lengthening the distance between the hip and the rib cage. And I'm getting a wonderful lateral stretch side to side, rocking my hips up and down from right to left, pumping the discs. Let's say that's 5 nice and slow. Let's get 10 quick. And 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1 and done. Same thing. Just brace yourself right up underneath the rib cage here. Pop those elbows up. The same thing. Drop the hip as you raise the elbow. And not in opposition. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 10 quicks and 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's done. Now let's go ahead and bring the hands up here so that you're just bracing underneath the chin. Elbows go all the way up as the hip goes down. And 5 and 4 3, 2, 1. Quick ones. And 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're not going to lace the fingers. We're going to stack the hands. And we're going to place them behind the neck in such a way that the fingers, the thumbs, are actually bracing the neck for a little bit of neck support here. And I'm going to have my head up nice and straight and tall, elbows back, wide open with the chest. And I'm going to go nice and slow. You got it. You know the drill. And 4 more. 3, and 2, and 1. Here we go. Quick ones. Try not to push the neck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There's 1. Woo, okay, that completes the whole spinal process. Now, the 6th movement of all will be the rotation. So I am going to reach around with the opposite hand, grab hold of the chair, grab the back of the chair if I can, reach back, try to look over the shoulder. Don't strain it. Other side, nice and slow and deliberate. We're going to do this 6 times. Look over the shoulder. Now I want you to notice, create a little baseline in your line of sight. Well, what are you looking at on each side? And is it giving you a little bit more scope each repetition? I think it is. Going just a little bit further each time you go. We'll call that 3. 2 more. Now on this last one, the 6th one, I want you to check it out, compare it against the very first repetition, and just see how much easier you're able to rotate. Oh, fantastic. Now that I've showed you all about pumping disc, I know when you're doing it in a chair, it's kind of hard to do because you've got to get your body to lift and tilt and all of that. However, the wise wisdom of the people that subscribe to this type of exercise in the chiropractic community, the famous Pettibon Institute of Chiropractics. Mine is really ancient. However, I've kept it for probably 25 years and they have newer models out now, but you'll see the magic of this. I can teach anyone how to do this hip movement. Why? The simple wobble seat, I'm going to put it to the edge of the seat. Now they have inflatable versions of this that are less expensive and can be at your door with Amazon. Okay, so now you can see this thing has got some tilt action, forward and back, side to side, and it's going to help me get even more range of motion. Woo, look at that. Right? And this is what we need. We want to get as much range of motion for the vertebrae, for the pelvis, for everything. And watch this. A very enhanced movement. You might not be quite ready for it, but it's going to accentuate all the benefits and then some. However, let's say that you just happen to have an inflatable. You know I've got a few of those. So I'm going to have a seat on the ball, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same routine with the advantage of the ball to roll my pelvis to and fro, forward and back. Now, what I don't want to do is to straighten my legs and bend my legs. I want to actually get my pelvis to do the work underneath. I call it Elvis the pelvis, but the point is, you're able to do a lot more movement than you realize when you have something that's giving you the ability to move a greater range. And then eventually your body will do it too. Okay, so now the beauty of this too is that we can actually do some hula circles, right? In both directions. So put some music on and take a little time to do that for yourself. Make it a regular everyday thing. I don't think it took very long at all for me to show you those. But I have another one for you coming up too here. So stick around.